Hi guys, welcome back to the episode of TV Cars itself, and in today's episode I'll be reviewing the GetGo Honda Vezel 3rd generation. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here it is guys, the GetGo Honda Vezel 3rd generation. So basically the 3rd generation of the Honda Vezel itself. So basically guys, do watch my previous video or the video on the 2nd generation itself. The styling and looks of it is definitely very different from how it looked to the 3rd generation itself. So yeah, basically I'm going to run through guys the damages for this car. So luckily that so right now I'm spotting there isn't any obvious damage to the car itself. Cause even though it's quite high mileage I would say, but there isn't any obvious damage I noticed so far when I collected this car. So it's quite good, even though you think you expect some cars by now to have some damages, but luckily for this car it doesn't have any damage at all, so that's a good thing. So yeah, so if anyone's wondering where the gas tank, it is right here itself. So basically to access it, just need to press on this. Sorry, simply not press on it. There's definitely a button in it, so later I'll show you just where the button to open up the fuel filter cap, but for the time being right now is on the left side it is. So yeah, alright then, now let me just move on to the trunk right now. So basically access the trunk, just put your hand right down below this button, where basically where in at the license plate itself. So basically just hold on this and the whole trunk will just open up by itself. And here it is. This is basically your trunk for the Honda Vezel 3rd generation itself. So basically as you guys can see, there's quite a lot of, I would say you could probably put probably can put one big suitcase in it, and probably that's all. If not, you can put probably two or one to two medium suitcases, and maybe small luggages I think would fit right here without a problem at all. So that's a good thing. And yeah, you got some storage space right here, and smaller one right here itself. And I'm not going to open up what's that, but yeah, right down below here you got some more, got a hidden compartment to put your stuff, and that's probably it. Oh yeah, and you got some hooks right here to hook your stuff onto itself. So yeah, and if I'm not wrong, if you guys want to lower the seat itself, you can just put on this button right here, which I'll show you guys right now. Oh yeah, and to access the passenger, the rear seat itself, basically just grab on this handle right here, which is also on the 2nd generation itself. So yeah, so basically to put the clothes, just put on this handle right here, and the seat will just drop down by itself. So basically, let me just unfasten the seat belt right here. Just drop right down, and same goes for the other side. And one good thing as you guys can notice is the floor is, once you fold the seat down, it is a very flat floor. There isn't really any hump to it, which is a good thing, which I really like a lot. So yeah, let me just put this right back up. So yeah, that is what it looks like. And to close the trunk is very simple, just need to pull on this down and it will close it by itself. So yeah, there it is. And you got this very nice one piece tail light or brake light we call it, but I would say this most probably your tail light right here. And you got the Honda Vezel right in the center itself. So yeah, that's very nice. And also, as you guys can see, this is also technically a hybrid slash EV. No, sorry, technically it's a hybrid itself, so it can alternate in between hybrid mode and EV mode itself. So yeah, now I'm stepping right into the rear of the car itself. So basically this is the rear of the car itself. This is what it looked like. Not really much to see, but one thing I do notice right up is right now this is my sitting position right at the front. So if I want to adjust, I got tons of leg room right here, which is not a big problem, and I could probably stretch my leg out as well. So yeah, that's a good thing. Headroom wise, not that bad, but not really that much, cause yeah, if I were to sit right straight up, I think I will probably have a little bit of headroom left itself. So yeah, but main thing to me, I think I would say would be the leg room, right? Cause I rather have more leg room when more headroom itself, cause at least you're more comfortable slouching when you're at the back itself. So yeah, what do we have at the back of the car itself? Well, on the doors itself, you got basically your handle to close the door itself, your door lever right here, which is this very nice, look like this solid aluminium itself. And you also got the, oh yeah, you got your lock and unlock mechanism right here, and your window switches right here itself. So yeah, let me just show you guys. So basically this is what I mean right here itself. So yeah, moving on to the center center right here, if you do not want to carry 5 people in this car or 3 people in this rear itself, you could technically fold this down, and this could be your armrest or your cup holders. So yeah, let me see if I could, yeah, on the light right there. So basically this is what the cup holders look like itself. So yeah, not too bad. But yeah, if not, if you want to carry a third person as he or she is sitting in the mirror, one thing straight out the bat I noticed is there's the center part right here which you're sitting at, there's a raised elevation in it, which is not like the BMW 216i, which in my previous video, if you guys saw that, I mentioned that there isn't really any raise in elevation to tell you guys that this is one seat, this is another seat. For this Honda Vezel right here, there's definitely straight out the back, you will notice that you're sitting in the third row because there's a raise in elevation in the seating itself. So if you guys want to know what I'm saying, try out this car and sit in the third row. You definitely, or in the middle row, you definitely get what I'm trying to say itself. So yeah, what else do you get? Well, you get more storage space right here and right down below itself. So yeah, and you also got this very nice grab handle right here, and so some hook to hook your stuff, and same goes for the outside as well. Usually I think for interior lighting itself, you guys will know that usually interior lighting will be stuck in the center itself or right at the side itself. For this Honda Vezel itself, which I think is very, very unique itself, you got this individual light on either side itself. So you're wondering how the hell do you turn on the light itself, because there isn't any buttons around it to press on it, or there isn't, yeah, basically how do you turn on the light? Well, I just figured out this. If just now you do notice there's a light turn on, well, to turn on the lights in the Honda Vezel 3rd generation is basically just need to touch on the light itself and you're on. Turn off, just the other way around itself. So yeah, that's how you do it in the Honda Vezel. That's how you turn off and turn on the light in the Honda Vezel 3rd generation itself. So yeah, other than that, let me just show you guys the driver's seat right now. So let's go. So stepping right out of the car itself, I would say it's not a really big problem because the opening is quite wide, and yeah, I could just get out without issue at all. So yeah, so now let's step right into the front of the car itself. So yeah, so before I show you guys the overall interior lookout itself, so basically I just want to show you guys the buttons on the doors right now. So buttons on the door itself, you got your typical grab hand, your door release handle to get out of the car. You got your folding mirrors right here, which you can press to hold the mirrors itself. This to adjust it. This the D-pad to, this to adjust the left, or the switch to adjust the left or the right hand side of the mirrors itself. So yeah, and this is the D-pad looking thing to adjust the mirrors. The lock and unlock button to unlock the car doors. This button right here to prevent people from rolling down the windows itself, and you got your 4 window switches right here itself. So yeah, alright then. So oh yeah, and upon getting the car itself, you get this Honda thing illuminate. So yeah, which is also quite nice, and it's also got this pulsing start stop button right there itself. So yeah, alright, so basically let me just show you guys the interior right now. So yeah, much better. So yeah, for the glove box, you got this very, very nice big ass glove box which put quite a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, I think could probably put a tissue box in it, which I really like a lot itself. So yeah, and I think once you put a tissue box inside that, I think you could put more stuff in it as well. So probably maybe a small, I don't know, other things that you think could fit right there. Or if you don't know how to put a tissue box, I think you could put something else inside. But overall, it's a very big glove box to put your stuff in it. So yeah. Alright then, now let's move to the center console itself. Center console, what do you have? Well, it's definitely straight out the back. It is not deep at all. So as you guys can see, you have to put my stuff in it, and maybe more stuff. You definitely will notice that it will run out sooner or later itself. So yeah. Alright then, now moving on to the next part, you got your cup holders for the front part of the car, basically for the driver and passenger itself. Not that I don't know, not too sure whether my plastic bottle could fit, but if I'm not wrong, it should fit quite well itself. So yeah, moving on, you got this button right here, which is basically got this color button right here. Basically this is your brake hold, this is your parking brake, this is for the hill stop stuff, and this to adjust the drive mode on the car itself. So yeah, other than that, now let's move on to the next part, which is the gear selector right here, which is quite unique itself. So basically, not really unique in a way, but just quite special. So basically, you got your usual park, neutral, and drive, and it got this B mode, which I have yet to discover what it is, but I think sooner or later I'll figure out it myself. So, or I could I'll show you guys later on once I turn on the car itself. So yeah. Moving on, you got this very handy Type A port right here. So basically, if you guys were to have, I don't know, put your phone holder right there, probably you could charge your phone right here itself. If not, if you got the suction mount, phone mount, you can just plug it right on top here and charge it as well, which is a very nice thing. Moving on, you got your AC control right here. So AC controls right here, you got your fan control switch. This is to turn on your AC, this is to recirculate air, and this is the front and rear defrost. These three knobs right here, I'll show you guys when I turn on the car itself. So yeah. Moving right on top, you got your hazard light switch, which is quite simple itself. This is basically the hazard itself, and yeah, that's all. Next up, we got your infotainment itself. Basically, this infotainment, the Pioneer infotainment itself, I'm not going to go through it all. I'm just going to skip right past it because I think this is quite standard on the Japanese car manufacturer itself. So yeah, I will definitely be skipping that itself. So yeah. Moving on, we got the steering wheel right here. So basically, this steering wheel is the steering wheel that you see in the latest generation Honda Fit itself. And basically, I think if I'm not, it should be on all current generation Honda cars right now in the market itself. So yeah, basically, on the left side, what do you have? Well, you got your volume control switch right here. You got your back button, I think, to control the infotainment itself. You got your voice command, and this is to adjust the track itself, and this to adjust the whatever thing is on here or on the screen itself, which I'll show you guys later on itself. On the other side of the steering wheel itself, you got your cruise control and your lane keeping assist and more of the safety features itself, which you guys can explore for itself. Basically, these two, if I'm not wrong, this should be for the adjusting how fast. No, sorry, not how fast. How close or how far away you want to be towards the car in front of you itself. So yeah. Alright then, now let's move on to the next part. Oh yeah, in the center you got your typical Honda horn itself. So yeah. Next up you got your wipers control button. So basically the main one right here to adjust the wipers itself. The knob right here to adjust the rear wiper itself, which you guys can see right behind there as well. So yeah. And this to adjust I think this to adjust the frequency of the wipers itself. So yeah. Now let's move on to the next part, which is your indicators and your light control switch. So oh yeah, and before I talk about that, to activate the windscreen wipers itself, if you just want to wash your windscreen, you can just pull back and it will just activate the fluid. To just one swipe is just one up, just notch it up, and it will just one swipe for you guys. Alright, now let's move on to the next part, which is the indicators right here. So indicators right here, you got your typical indicators and your light switch, which is this knob right here. At the moment, it's set to auto headlight, which as you guys can see, if you want to flash high beam, you just pull back 2 times and you activate the high beam itself. Sorry, it will flash the high beams. To activate it the other way around itself, so it's quite simple itself. And if I'm not wrong, this is to activate the rear fog light right here itself. So yeah. Other than that, that's all for the car itself. Now, oh yeah, you got your stop start button right there, and this button right here to adjust the screen brightness itself, which I'll show you guys later on itself. Now let's move on to the next part, which is your sun visors right here, which is quite nice and big. So basically, this is your your point of view when the sun visor is down. Really not much you can see, but at least main thing you can see the car in front of you, which is the main part of it. You got your mirrors right here with a very nice warm light right here. Close it down, and that's all. Same goes for the passenger side as well. So yeah, that's all. And you got your SOS button right here, which is quite simple itself. And if I were to put in center, this is to adjust so if the doors were open, the lights will just turn on itself. In fact, technically it could turn off if the lights if you do not want to turn on, but if not, you can just set in center and the lights will turn on when the door is open itself. So yeah. Other than that, let me just show you guys, turn on the car for you guys right now. So basically, I'll just press for the accessory power itself, which will show you guys this. Then I'll press another time, and it will just so yeah, this is basically what it looked like with the accessory power on. Alright, so basically this is what it looks like. So basically on your left side, you got the green bars are basically your EV charging status. The blue bars are basically your typical ICE combustion status. So basically, if you hit blue, it will just activate the engine itself. If you hit green, it will just activate the EV motors itself. So yeah, and on your right is just your typical speedo itself, which is quite self-explanatory itself. So yeah. Oh yeah. Now let me just dive your attention back to this, which I showed you just earlier on. So basically, as you guys can see, the car is now turned on itself, and as you guys can see, you can adjust the AC control through this 3 knob itself. So basically, on your left is your fan speed. In the center is basically to adjust how the airflow you want to be blowing at you, and on your right is the temperature control itself. So yeah, overall I think the interior is quite nice itself, and quite you got this, I won't say it's a throwback to the old the previous generation Vezel, because the two I think there were 3 air vents that were side to side, were basically side to side each other. For the new Vezel itself, if you guys notice, there's a small vent right here, there's another vent right there, and for the driver itself, not that different. It's quite similar to the old Vezel, but the main difference is the passenger side, where the old Vezel, which I mentioned, there's 3 air vents. This current Vezel we are sitting at right now only has 2 itself. So yeah, driver side not really much, as you guys can see. Only you got this very small air vents right here and here itself, and you got this knob right there to adjust the airflow itself. So basically you can adjust according to your liking itself, and all the way down turn off. Center just for regular airflow, and this is the top one to just divert the airflow in 3 ways itself. So yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the center of the car right here. So basically in the center, you guys can see let me see what to adjust. Let me see what I do with this. So yeah, yeah, basically not much to see, but if I basically if to adjust the drivetrain mode, as you guys can see there's different type of mode available for you guys to see, which is quite nice itself. So yeah. Alright, then now let me just turn on the car for you guys, which is on the foot and brake, and just press and the car will turn on itself. So basically if I have the engine to be, you can see this is what it says itself. So I think this should be the regenerative braking for the car itself. So yeah. I almost forgot to show you guys this right here. So basically down right below here, you got turn off your traction control, this is your parking sensor, and this I think should be a safety system. Or your basically you guys, all the different type of functions you guys can see right there itself. So yeah, which is quite nice itself. Other than that, that's all I have to say for this car itself. Now let me just show you guys my overall thoughts and summary for this car. Oh yeah, not for knowledge, I almost forgot. Sorry, let me just add on one more thing, which is the steering wheel. If you guys notice, there's pedal shifters right behind it as well, which is quite nice. I think the previous Vezel don't really have it, or but I could be wrong. But now let me just give you guys my overall thoughts and summary for this Honda Vezel right now. Alright then, so yeah, let me just give you guys my overall thought and summary for this car. So well, what do I have to say? Well, after driving a few kilometers to the midpoint of my test route, which I'll show you guys eventually once I have a point of view camera, I'll show you guys my test route for testing the car itself. I have to say, this car is seriously amazing. I would say it's very close to the Hyundai Kona hybrid that I tested previously itself. Because technically if I'm not wrong, the Kona could be, I'm not too sure whether it could alter between hybrid and sorry, not hybrid, whether it could alter between EV and normal combustion mode itself. For this car itself, it can alter between EV and normal combustion mode. So basically those things that I mentioned to you guys just now itself. So basically in the green, it will show you guys the EV is being powered by the EV motor itself. In the blue, is powered by the combustion motor itself. If I would say my top favorite SUV for this year itself, I would say it's very close fight between this and the Kona hybrid itself. I'll share you guys my overall thoughts why I choose the winner of this year car of the year, in my opinion, that I really like a lot at the end of the year. But do stay tuned for that. But other than that, yeah, overall I think if you ask me, do I prefer the last generation Vezel or this generation Vezel right here, I will hands down say this generation Vezel is so much better compared to the previous one. I think something about the previous one I don't really like it a lot. I think maybe because the styling and the interior of how it looks like, I don't really like. This generation I really love it a lot. So yeah, other than that, I don't really have much to say already. But I'll just show you guys a bit more of the things that I did notice while driving this car just now, so I'll just show you guys right now. So yeah, alright then. So yeah, basically one thing I have to show you guys I discovered just now while driving the car is basically, if you guys anyone's wondering what is B mode, so basically B mode for this Honda Vezel itself is, if you guys know for EV itself there's a regenerative braking or one foot driving itself, this Honda Vezel has it. So basically technically you could drive it one pedal. So basically if you let go the accelerator, the car will slow down itself, and I don't think it'll slow down all the way, but it'll just slow down towards a slow speed which is safe enough to basically, I think it's slow down to a crawling pace basically. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing I should show you guys is this button right here. So basically this is just adjust the interior brightness of the dash itself. So yeah, another thing, the last thing which I want to show you guys, the third thing I want to show you guys is this small light itself. If you do not want to on both light, you could turn on just one light, just pressing the button on either side itself. So yeah, last one which I don't think I noticed just now was basically these two buttons right here does not control that. It controls this gauge right here itself. So basically if I have to press home, it will just go back to this home screen menu right here, and you can just scroll using the scroll wheel itself, and basically a lot of function that this car has. So basically you could see the power, the drivetrain in action, like basically the wheel turning and how it's sending the batteries or the regenerative braking to the battery pack in the car itself. Or you could see your fuel mileage while driving the car itself. So basically this is the average mileage itself and the fuel consumption and how the range to empty itself. So yeah, basically there's a lot of things to learn about this car itself, which I really like a lot compared to the previous generation Vezel itself. So yeah, basically I just want to show you I think that's the main thing that I really want to show you guys. So if you guys want a mode that you want, I'll just go back to this because I really like how it looks like itself. So yeah, oh yeah, and also you got more Type A port for the passenger side itself, and a 12-volt socket outlet right down at the bottom right there. Other than that, oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys the fuel gauge. So basically right down below there you got the fuel gauge itself and your trunk release. So the fuel gauge, the one will be right at the top, and the trunk release for the front of the hood release, whatever you call it, will be at the bottom itself. So basically just pull that and you're able to access either the trunk or the fuel filter cap area itself. So yeah, last thing I want to add on is I noticed while driving this car, if your seat were to be raised up quite high, you can actually technically see the hood itself, which is quite nice itself. Oh yeah, last but not least, I almost forgot to show you guys the seat adjustment and steering wheel adjustment. For the steering wheel adjustment, just need to pull on that lever right down there, which is basically this lever right here. Pull it and you can adjust the steering wheel itself. And for the seat adjustment, you just need to adjust it just right here itself. So yeah, so basically this to adjust the seat of the height of the seat itself, and this to adjust the angle of the seat right here itself. Another thing I noticed is also let me just add on this last part, which is the new Honda seat belt. If you guys notice, this is quite thick and I think it's quite special. I don't think any other car has it as well, other than Honda itself having this like very thick itself. So yeah, and also I noticed another thing is if you were to buckle up your seatbelt, the brake hole will re-engage again compared to if you do not have your seatbelt on, the brake hole will be disabled itself. So yeah, other than that, this is what it looks like for the Gazelle itself. So yeah, other than that, basically overall I think I think it's a very, very nice car. I will share you guys my thoughts on what I determine, or I would say this is my favorite SUV of the year itself. So yeah, other than that, that's all I have to say for this video itself. If you guys enjoyed the video, do subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click subscribe and click to see my 2 other videos. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.